praises of his people. You didn't shout because you don't know what it means to inhabit. Whenever somebody inhabits something, that means they show up or they live in it. Which means when I shout, I'm not shouting to God, but I'm telling God, come sit in my situation. And I don't know who I'm preaching to in here, but if I was waiting on somebody to show up and help me, I would be by myself. But I've learned that whenever I praise God, he just doesn't get the glory, but he shows up. And you ought to look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, you ain't got to shout for the rest of the message. You looked up and sat next to me. And my next praise ain't for a house. My next praise ain't for a car. But I'm shouting because I need God to show up. And I know when God shows up, he will show out. I'm only giving you 15 seconds at the start of this message to shout that God will show up on your job. God will show up in my situation. God will show up at my next doctor's